Hello everyone, this is Yeeflex and welcome back to another Yeeflex Outdoors video. In this video, it's going to be my end of April recap video for the year 2024. So in this trip, I took a good friend of mine out to San Pablo, and he'd gone to San Pablo a couple other times. He went in September 2022 and he went in May 2023. I do have a couple videos tied to when he last went out, but I know for his last trip about a year ago, to making this video, he caught an 11-inch trout, and we were in a different fishing area than I normally fish at. So this time we were able to go to the normal fishing area where I normally fish at, and he finally got kind of that experience of me fishing. And the goal for me that day was to have him hook up on a bigger trout, because last time he caught an 11-inch trout. So I wanted him to experience the fight of the fish, because when I like to bring my friends out to fish, whether they like fishing or not, or have gone with me fishing or not, like, my objective is for them to try and catch a fish and experience, what I normally experience pretty often, because I go fishing more than them, kind of like the hook set and just the fight of the fish, to see if they like it, to see, to get kind of that adrenaline rush feel when you're catching a fish. So that was my objective. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do that this trip, but basically through the trip, like when we got to San Pablo in the morning, there were a couple guys already with a couple trouts on their stringers, and in the morning we didn't really get many bites, but towards lunchtime we got more bites at around that time, at least for me. And I hooked the two fish that we caught that day, but we did get a total of 3 bites. The first bite came, I want to say, around like 11-ish. The second bite came around like 11:30, so I'm assuming there was maybe like a school of trout going through there. And the third bite, I think, came a little bit after lunchtime. And the third trout was interesting because my friend, I wanted him to hook it, because the last couple times he wasn't around. He'd gone like to the bathroom or something when I hooked those fish, so I couldn't hand the rod off to him. But for this third trout, I had him hook the fish and then try and reel it in, and I'm not exactly sure what happened with the hook set, but halfway through I saw him fighting the fish. All of a sudden, like, I guess the fish spit out the hook. And I know Simba, one of the YouTube users that comments on my videos, our fellow fisherman, thank you for commenting on my videos, by the way, he was mentioning to me that a lot of the trouts are spitting the hook, which this was a scenario of that happening, so he was correct on that mark, since he goes out to San Pablo more than I do. So that was an interesting bite, but overall on the bank it was pretty decent bites, I'd say. But unfortunately a lot of the fish were on the smaller side, because when I went to the front office to pay for parking and fishing at San Pablo, there was a sign there that said that they'd recently planted at the beginning of the last week of April, and they planted some Department Fish and Game, or DFG, trouts. And for the most part, the DFG trouts are a little bit on the smaller side. If they plant from Mount Lassen, they're usually a bit bigger. But the trouts that were being caught on this day were basically about 11-12 inches. You had a couple of them were maybe about 1.5 pounds that were caught, but most of them were pretty small. So the 2 trouts that I caught were about 11 inches, and a couple of people, like one person on the bank fishing with the lure, they caught like a 11-inch trout too. They were able to release that trout. And actually one of my buddies, or one of the other fellow fishermen that was fishing in the same fishing group that I fished with in a couple of my previous videos, he was there as well, and he caught a smaller trout and he released it. So I have a really short clip of him releasing it, which was really cool. So overall, the fishing was, I would say, pretty decent for this time of year, because the last couple trips it was pretty slow. So I think it's starting to pick up now. But the one thing I did find very interesting in this trip was this cormorant. Normally in the past when I've fished, like, the trout I have on the stringer, the cormorant would swim around it and not try and eat it. This trip, the cormorant was trying to eat the fish off the stringers. The cormorant must have been really hungry or something, but it was going after everybody's stringers, getting really close. It got after my fish a couple times. Luckily, I pulled my trout out of the water in time, but I did feel the cormorant trying to bite it a couple times. I was pulling up my stringer, like I felt the weight on there, and a cormorant did get one guy's stringer, but of fish, and I think he got one fish off of there because I did see some blood. I think he took the body off and left the head. But there's this interesting clip of one of the guys catching a trout and the cormorant's going after it, and I thought it was really interesting. So I'll let it play here.
Oh, he's going for it. The cormorant.
I know, look at that. I don't think he can fit in his mouth though, but he's going for it. Wow, he's desperate, man. That cormorant's desperate. Holy cow, he wants it. I've never seen that before.
Oh, he must be hungry.
Dude, very hungry.
Oh, that's. Oh.
Yeah, that video was pretty interesting. It wasn't totally in shot, but like you could see the cormorant obviously is going after the fish while it's like on the line splashing around. I just never seen that before, so I thought that was interesting behavior from the cormorant. But overall, really great fishing trip. My friend had a really good time, and nature was great. We saw people catching fish, which was better than what he saw last time. So overall, just a really great trip and really great weather this trip. I couldn't appreciate being outside any more than that. And I was happy with catching two fish, even if they're on the smaller side. That was okay. So, anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys in the next Yeeflex Outdoors video. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.